As the sun rose over a broken world, a new light awakened in the hearts of men. The First Crusaders, warriors who fought for heaven. In the 11th century, the Christian world was wounded. Jerusalem, the holy city where Jesus walked, died, and rose, had fallen under the control of Muslim Seljuk Turks. Christian pilgrims who journeyed to the Holy Land were beaten, taxed, imprisoned, and often killed. For centuries, Muslims had advanced across once Christian lands, from North Africa to Spain, and deep into the East. The ancient churches of Antioch and Alexandria were silenced, and the road to the sepulchre of Christ was stained with blood. Then, in the year 1095, a cry rose from the heart of the church. Pope Urban II called the faithful to action, not for conquest, but for liberation. He declared at the Council of Clermont, "Let those who have fought for greed now fight for God. Let those who have been robbers become soldiers of Christ. Let them go to Jerusalem, for God wills it." And the people answered as one, shouting, "Deus Vult, God wills it." Across Europe, hearts awakened. Nobles, peasants, monks, and knights sewed the red cross upon their garments and knelt before the altar. They swore to defend the faith, to free the Holy Land, and to bear the cross not only on their chest, but in their hearts. It was not a war of hatred, but a pilgrimage of faith, a march of sinners who dared to believe that God could use their sacrifice to reclaim the place where heaven once touched earth. They left their homes and families behind, crossing mountains and deserts, suffering from hunger, thirst, and plague. Many died on the road, yet those who survived believed each step brought them closer to God. In Asia Minor, the armies of Islam rose against them. At Nicaea and Dorylaeum, the Crusaders faced the Seljuk Turks, swift horsemen and skilled archers who had crushed many before them. But the Crusaders fought with a courage the enemy could not understand. They fought not for gold, but for the cross. And against all odds they won, believing that Christ himself fought beside them. Their greatest trial came at Antioch, one of the strongest Muslim fortresses in the East. For months they starved, surrounded by armies of the Sultan. Some began to lose hope, but in the darkest hour, a simple peasant claimed to have found the Holy Lance, the spear that had pierced the side of Christ. At once, their despair turned into faith. They charged the enemy, crying, "Deus Vult!" And though outnumbered, they broke the Muslim siege and captured Antioch. It was a miracle, a victory that many believed only heaven could have granted. 2 years later, the Crusaders finally reached their goal, Jerusalem. The holy city, held by Muslim defenders, stood high and silent before them. Their army was small, their bodies broken, but their spirits burned brighter than ever. They fasted and prayed. They walked barefoot around the walls, singing psalms and begging for mercy. Then, at dawn, they raised their siege towers and stormed the city with a cry that shook the earth. On July 15th, 1099, Jerusalem, the city of Christ, was freed once again. Tears filled the eyes of the Crusaders. Some fell on their knees and kissed the stone of Calvary. Others walked barefoot to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, weeping as they reached the tomb of the risen Lord. They had come not to destroy, but to restore, to give back to Christendom what had been taken. In the years that followed, the Crusaders established the Latin Kingdom of Jerusalem, a fragile light shining amid a world of conflict. It would not last forever, but its legacy would echo through the centuries. The First Crusaders were not perfect men. They were men of flaws, passion, and weakness. But they believed. They carried the cross when the world mocked them for it. And they showed that faith, even imperfect faith, can move mountains, can cross deserts, and can change history. Their story is not just about war. It is about faith that refuses to die. It is about love for Christ that conquers fear. And it is about the eternal truth that still calls to every Catholic heart today. To defend the faith, to live the gospel with courage, and to fight, not with hatred, but with holiness. Because in every age, in every heart that still dares to believe, the same cry still echoes from heaven. Deus Vult, God wills it.